Let's get real. Women often say they want a nice guy, the one who's always available, ready to drop everything to make her happy. But we both know the truth. It's the men who do the opposite that occupy their thoughts. Why? Because deep down, women crave something different. They're wired to be drawn to challenge, mystery, and a bit of an edge. This doesn't make you a villain, it makes you magnetic. In this video, I'm going to reveal 10 toxic traits that women secretly love, even if they'll never admit it. But be careful, use these wisely. You don't want to overdo it or come off as manipulative. Ready? Let's dive into the mind of attraction and discover what truly makes them tick. 1. Be unavailable. Scarcity breeds desire. Here's the hard truth. The more accessible you are, the less she'll value your time. When she knows she can reach you at any moment, where's the challenge? It's like fishing in a barrel. Too easy. Women crave the thrill of the chase. It's the pursuit that sparks their interest, not the certainty of having you around 24/7. Psychology tells us that scarcity increases desire, just like that luxury handbag she can't afford, but desperately wants. Position yourself as something not easily obtained. Don't be rude or distant all the time, but give her just enough to keep her wondering. It's not about playing games. It's about respecting your time. Consider this, when you're constantly available, it's like having your favorite dessert every single day. At first it's great, but soon it loses its appeal. The excitement fades, and what was once special becomes ordinary. The same principle applies to relationships. When you're always there, she might start taking you for granted. But when you introduce a little bit of scarcity, it keeps the interest alive. She'll start to value the moments you do spend together much more. It's like a special treat that she looks forward to, not just another mundane part of her day. 2. Be difficult. Make her work for it. Women might say they hate it when a guy is difficult, but the truth is they get bored quickly with someone who's too easy to read. When you add a bit of complexity, you automatically set yourself apart from all the guys trying too hard to be nice. Women appreciate a man who knows what he wants and won't bend to every whim. Have you ever noticed how the guy who's a bit hard to get and a little stubborn is the one who keeps her interested the longest? It's because being difficult forces her to step up her game. She has to meet you at your level, and that makes you infinitely more appealing. Imagine this scenario. You're always agreeable, always saying yes to everything she wants. While it might seem like you're being a great partner, it can quickly become predictable and, frankly, dull. But when you're difficult, you create a dynamic interaction. For example, if you're passionate about a hobby or interest and you're not willing to drop it every time she calls, it shows you have a backbone and your own life. This makes her realize she needs to make an effort to be a part of your life, and that effort fosters deeper feelings of connection and appreciation. 3. Be unapologetically authentic. No masks, just you. Being authentic isn't just motivational nonsense. It's about being real. Most guys put on a mask to impress women, but women can spot fake a mile away. Own your flaws. If you're into something weird, don't hide it. Being unapologetically yourself, especially when it's not what she expects, makes you magnetic. Why? Because most men are too afraid to be seen as anything less than perfect. The guy who doesn't care about that and owns who he is, that's confidence in its rawest form, and women can't help but be drawn to it. Think about it. Everyone has quirks and imperfections. Trying to hide them only creates a barrier between you and genuine connection. When you're open about who you are, you invite her to do the same. This authenticity creates a deeper bond. For instance, if you're a huge sci-fi nerd, own it. Talk about it with passion. The right woman will find your enthusiasm charming and endearing because it shows you're comfortable in your own skin. Plus, when you're authentic, you filter out the ones who wouldn't appreciate the real you, saving both of you time and energy. 4. Don't submit to her lead, be the leader. This might be controversial, but it's the truth. Women do not respect a man who submits to them. Sure, they'll say they want someone who listens and obeys, but the second you start molding yourself to her every command, her interest plummets. Why? Because it breaks the natural order of attraction. A man who leads is a man who attracts. Submission signals weakness, and no matter how progressive society gets, women still want strength in their men. So take charge, make decisions, be the leader in your life, not a follower in hers. Leadership in a relationship doesn't mean being domineering or controlling. It's about showing initiative and making decisions confidently. For instance, instead of always asking her what she wants to do, plan a date and surprise her. This shows you're capable of taking the reins and creating experiences. Women find this incredibly attractive because it relieves them of the burden of decision-making and shows you're someone who can take care of things. It signals reliability and strength, two qualities that are inherently attractive. 5, don't fear losing her. Confidence is irresistible. Nothing turns a woman off faster than a man who is terrified of losing her. Confidence isn't just attractive, it's essential. When you act from a place of fear, you're telling her that she's above you, that you need her more than she needs you, and that imbalance kills attraction. On the flip side, when you're comfortable with the idea of losing her, you project strength. You're showing her that while you value her, you don't rely on her for validation. That independence makes you incredibly attractive because it signals to her that you are complete with or without her. Consider the mindset of abundance versus scarcity. When you're scared of losing her, you operate from a scarcity mindset, as if she's the only woman who could ever make you happy. This desperation is unattractive. But when you realize that there are plenty of amazing women out there, and you don't need to cling to one person, you embody a mindset of abundance. This confidence radiates from you, and it's incredibly alluring. Women are drawn to men who are self-assured and who know their worth regardless of the circumstances. 6, prioritize your purpose. The power of ambition. A man with a mission is a man women can't resist. You could be the most charming guy in the room, but if you don't have a purpose driving you, you're just another face in the crowd. When you put your goals, passions, and dreams first, you're showing her that you're a man of ambition. Nothing is more attractive than a man who's going places. Remember, women are wired to seek out men who can provide security, not just financially, but emotionally and intellectually. Your purpose is your compass. It keeps you steady even when everything else is uncertain. She'll want to be a part of that journey, but only if you're leading it. Think about the people you admire the most. They're likely individuals with a clear sense of purpose and direction. This focus and drive are not only inspirational, but also magnetic. When you have a strong sense of purpose, it means you're passionate and committed to something greater than yourself. This dedication is incredibly attractive because it shows you're reliable and capable of achieving your goals. For example, if you're passionate about building your career, dedicating time to a personal project, or pursuing a dream, it shows you have depth and substance, making you far more attractive. 7, be challenging. Don't be too agreeable. Women say they want a man who's easygoing, but that's not entirely true. Sure, they don't want someone who's constantly difficult, but being too agreeable is a fast track to the friend zone. Be challenging, push back when needed. If you don't agree with her, say it. If she expects you to drop everything for her, don't. There's a fine line between being a good guy and being a pushover. Don't cross it. Women love a challenge because it makes them feel like they've earned your attention, and when they have to work for it, they value it even more. Consider the classic trope of the bad boy. It's not his negative traits that women are drawn to, but the challenge he represents. He's not easily swayed, and he stands his ground. This can be incredibly alluring because it creates a dynamic where she feels she has to put in effort to win him over. For example, if she suggests something you're not interested in, instead of going along with it just to please her, express your own preferences. This not only shows you're confident in your own opinions, but also makes interactions more engaging and balanced. 8. Don't get attached to outcomes. Let go of control. Ever noticed how women seem to gravitate towards the guys who act like they don't care whether they win or lose? There's a reason for that. When you're not overly attached to getting what you want, whether it's her attention, her approval, or even a relationship, you exude a sense of freedom that's incredibly attractive. Women are drawn to men who can walk away from a situation without looking back. It's about being outcome independent. If you're okay with whatever happens, she'll pick up on that, and paradoxically, it makes her want you more. It's basic human psychology. People want what they can't fully have. This doesn't mean being indifferent or cold. It's about maintaining a balanced perspective. For instance, if you ask her out and she declines, instead of taking it personally or getting upset, just move on. This shows you're resilient and secure in yourself. It communicates that you're not hinging your worth on her response. Women find this emotional independence incredibly attractive because it signals maturity and self-assurance. It also shows that you're not desperate for validation, which can be a refreshing change from the norm. 9. Have female friends. Strategic social proof. Having female friends does two things. First, it shows her that other women find you attractive, which instantly makes her more interested in you. This is called social proof. Second, it makes you less reliant on her for female attention, which puts you in a position of power. Women are competitive by nature, especially when it comes to romantic interests. If she sees other women are already comfortable around you, it sets off her competitive instinct. She'll want to prove she's better than the others, and in the process, she'll start chasing you. Just make sure to keep it respectful and genuine. No woman likes to feel like she's in a stage competition. Social proof is a powerful psychological trigger. When you're seen with other women, it subtly suggests you have qualities that are desirable. This can be as simple as having a close female friend who you hang out with regularly. It demonstrates that you're capable of forming meaningful connections with women, which is a huge plus. Just remember, it's important to be genuine in these friendships. Women can tell when you're being disingenuous or using others as props to boost your own image, and that's a quick way to lose their interest. 10. Be playfully dominant. Assert control with charm. Women are drawn to a man who can take control of situations, not in a controlling or aggressive way, but in a playfully dominant manner. There's something irresistibly attractive about a man who knows what he wants and isn't afraid to assert himself, all while maintaining a sense of humor and lightness. Playful dominance is about setting boundaries and leading interactions with confidence, but also with a wink of charm that keeps the mood fun and engaging. It's the balance of strength and playfulness that captures a woman's attention and makes her feel like she's with someone who knows how to handle himself and her without making her feel oppressed or undervalued. Imagine planning a date where you decide the place and activities, but keep the atmosphere light and fun. This shows leadership and confidence while also making her feel special and taken care of. It's about creating a dynamic where she feels safe and excited at the same time. For instance, teasing her gently or playfully challenging her opinions can create a stimulating interaction that keeps her engaged and intrigued. This balance of strength and playfulness is key to maintaining a dynamic and exciting relationship. The traits we're talking about here aren't about manipulation. They're about reclaiming your power. Women are drawn to strength, confidence, and independence. When you embody these traits in the right way, you're not only more attractive to women, but also living a more fulfilling, purpose-driven life. Remember, it's all about balance. You don't need to adopt every single one of these traits full throttle. Use them strategically, and you'll see the difference in how women respond to you. Just don't overdo it, because too much of a good thing can be just as dangerous as too little. Stay smart, stay confident, and most importantly, stay true to yourself. If you've made it this far, let us know what you think in the comments section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.